made some stuffed shells, high vegetable, high protein, one to eat now and one to freeze. I'm very proud of myself.
You always gotta make something to freeze when you got meat eating. Little chef buddy here helping me out. What up? We back. We're back with some gummy bears. These ones are actually pretty bomb, I won't lie. Love you lift some heavy weights. So this is day 3. I've rested for 3 days now. Days 1 and 2 were back to back. Just had 3 rest days. And now we're back to the gym. Something I want to touch on is when you're training hard, really for anything, like if you're pushing your body physically, however you're training for whatever, honestly, probably more important than the workouts is the rest and the recovery and the nutrition. Like, as I'm eating gummy bears, I won't lie, my diet wasn't the best today, but in general, I do eat, like, I posted some food, like, I eat good whole foods, and I find time to rest and unwind. Like, if you don't mitigate the stress, it will catch up to you, in training, and you won't progress, because, like, it's not about the training sessions all the time, it's about how hard the training session is, but more importantly, can you recover and then come back and do it again and get a smidge better, get a little better? And you only get better by resting and like mastering that. And it's honestly such a complex topic. It truly is. Like mastering recovery and understanding your body. As like I've worked out for a long time, so I started to have a better feel of my body and like, do I need rest? Can I work out today? Can I push hard today? Like so much comes into it with like, even just like your mood can tell you so much. Like when I'm really fatigued and tired, like I'm irritable, like I'm not, you know, like I'm just like, feel a little bit more like down, you know, and like not hopeful and stuff like that. And you have to realize that like that psyche is part of the fatigue that you're carrying and all these things. So yeah. Anyway, I just want to throw in there just, yeah, recovery is so important for training, especially like if you want to put on muscle too, like your muscle grows when you're resting. So like getting the food and getting the rest are probably more important than the workouts, honestly. As long as you're training hard, hard enough to elicit a response, then, and the harder you train, the more rest you need. Like I'm training with high intensity right now. And because the intensity is high, like the volume's low, and I also need lots of rest because my nervous system needs time to be able to produce that force again. So yeah, all right, back to the gym. Gummy bears and I think some deadlifts today. We'll just see. I gotta get in and move around, you know, move the body around. So I'll catch you guys in the gym. it's tough. My chest like cramped up a little. Thank you. I was like, I'm not gonna fight this.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
Well, that wraps up week 1 of this high intensity, low frequency training block. That last session was pretty good. I hit 600 pounds for like a deadlift triple. Then I hit 420 pounds for a bench double. And then I failed the bench. Talk about that in a second. And then I did some Romanian deadlifts up to like 530 pounds, something like that. It was 240 kilograms. And that was it for the third session. So on that bench press, so let's just talk about this real quick. On that bench press, that second set, I did a double at 190 kilograms or like 420 pounds. And then I tried to do a second set, and I had benched heavier on day 1 of this training block, and I hit 200 kilograms for a pause single. And then that fatigue definitely still is carrying over. Like mitigating fatigue and mitigating your stress and getting enough rest and eating enough food is so important to, like I touched on in this video, the recovery is almost more important than the training sessions. And I say this because, so I hit that double at 190 kilograms, which I've done a few times now. And then I tried to do a second set and my chest cramped up. Like on that second rep of the first set, my chest like cramped up. And so I tried to do another set. And as I was lowering it on the eccentric portion, my chest cramped up again. So I didn't even try to push it up. And it's a little tight today, but it's fine. But that's just showing that fatigue. Like that fatigue from those first 2 days is still carrying over. And doing 2 heavy bench sessions in a week is tough for me. Like there was only like 3 to 4 days rest. So I was just still carrying fatigue, and doing those deadlifts first also adds fatigue. And so it's just, recovery is so important when you're training hard, because you only get better from what you can recover from, and you have to be very in tune with your body. You have to listen to what your body's telling you. Like after that second bench press, I just called it. I was like, that's it, for no more upper body stuff. I can tell, my body's still fatigued. So and so I'm gonna have to lay off the bench for like a few more days. And maybe in like 4 or 5 days try to bench again, but and get some rest, and eat enough food and drink enough water. And nutrition, rest, hydration are so key to mitigating stress, because you're putting your body, like as you can see in high intensity training, you're pushing your body to its physical limits. So there will be repercussions. You will have to be in tune with your body, and it's not the safest training method by any means. So you have to train smart. And that too, like I do try to pride myself when I'm training like this on not missing too many reps. Like I haven't missed a bench press in a while, in months, but every time, even though I've hit that 190 so many times, you always want to get a spotter, like when you're getting to weights that are, you know, kind of heavy, because just like I had that thing happen where my chest just cramped up, my body didn't want to lift it, I had a spotter to help me. So you always have to be in tune with your body. You have to be just understanding what's going on. Are you tired? Like, are you confident in this lift? And just training hard and smart. You know, it's an art. That's why training is an art. Like, you can write up the perfect training plan, but there's always nuance to it. So yeah, that's it. Rest day today, and then we will pick up the start of week 2 tomorrow. Yeah, so hope you guys are enjoying the weekend, if it's the weekend for you, or just hope you guys are having a good week. It's Saturday morning for me right now, so I'm having a chill day, rest day today. Gonna eat some good food and get some more rest, and just continue this on. So last thing I'll add before I go is, with this type of high intensity training, what high intensity training is means that I'm working around 90% of like my 1 rep max, like pretty frequently. You know, it's like when you're training high intensity, it doesn't mean every session you're going for a 1 rep max. I'm not doing that because that's really dumb. But I'm trying to like get my body used to frequently lifting 90% to develop that skill of like real absolute strength. And then on those days, you know, the days where I can tell I'm firing on all cylinders, that's when I'll go for a new 1 rep max. But I'm just essentially like learning to carry this fatigue that I'm building up and always lifting around 90%. And so that when I do let all this fatigue wash off, and then I go for new 1 rep maxes, like I'm gonna feel good. The weights are gonna feel fast and light because I've been lifting at this 90% for, you know, under fatigue for weeks. It's also people, I believe this is like the Soviet or like Russian training methodology where they call it a step program, where it's like every week's not linearly increasing weight because you're training at such a heavy amount, but like you're mastering a weight and then you up the weight, and then for weeks you train at this weight, master the weight, and when you master it, then you bump it up. So yeah. All right, that's that. Later.